better. Let us work together to reverse the status quo. We must restore indigenous Ghanaian investment in the finance and banking sector and create a tiered banking system to finance different segments of the business market. We don't need every bank to be a category A bank with same capitalization. We can have different levels of capitalization that finance different segments of the business sector. This will give the opportunity for experienced banking hands, thousands of them who were laid off, to secure their careers back once again and move from the menial jobs that they were forced into with the closure of the indigenous banks. As a further assurance, as far as practicable, and note I said as far as practicable, licenses that were unjustly cancelled by this government will be restored. I cannot till this day understand why a 4 billion Ghana cedis problem was made to cost the taxpayers 25 billion cedis. These banks were asked to capitalize to 400 million. And if there were even 10 of them, that's 4 billion cedis. And yet with the closure of the banks, we incurred a debt, a public debt of 25 billion, guaranteeing depositors' accounts. Indeed, for some of these banks, there was no problem, purely politics or personal vendetta. One bank was shut down solely because its principal shareholder was being investigated for corruption in a case involving a state enterprise. If we are to create an environment for businesses to thrive, government must be apolitical in how it deals with businesses. It must create an environment where it allows businesses, no matter their political, ethnic, or other colorations, to thrive. Let us also recognize sustainable corporate governance as the backbone of a thriving economy to achieve economic sovereignty. As a nation, we must prioritize transparency, accountability, and ethical practices in our corporate and public sectors. We must establish robust frameworks that are measurable and key to the success of the public sector by fostering a culture of responsible management and oversight. We can attract both local and foreign investments, boost investor confidence, and create an environment that supports the growth of businesses, large and small. We need to extend the gains made so far in improving the mechanisms for business closure to include clear functional provisions and structures that protect businesses during unfortunate periods of business stress. Most of this business stress is actually created by government, creating adverse environments for businesses. By this, I'm suggesting that we firm up policies and mechanisms for distressed businesses to protect them from creditors and even the payment of statutory and regulatory fees during such unfortunate periods. This will allow them a real opportunity to resuscitate. The conventional reasoning has always been that businesses thrive when there is certainty in the regulatory and policy environment. It is imperative that the regulatory and supervisory environment is rebooted to emphasize collaboration between the private sector and government. To do this, there must be a transparent and regular avenue for engagement rather than the current route of imposition of burdensome and counterproductive rules, regulations, and practices on businesses. Business leaders must be partners at the table rather than merely being called and told what government decisions have been made.